are Locked On Spartans, your daily podcast on the Michigan State Spartans, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
The best people of all time. Yes, that is all of you lovely folks, you listeners, you viewers of Locked On Spartans. You know it's not just me, your host Matt Sheehan, if you're watching on YouTube, because you see this lovely, lovely man next to me. That's right. That is three-time Big Ten basketball champion, but more importantly, three-time guest on this show, Locked On Spartans. That's right. That's Connor George, baby. We are bringing out the big guns to start June right now. How does it get any better than this? I don't think it does. So, Connor, how you doing, man? You doing okay over there?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me. Yeah, third time. I'm ready, man. I'm excited. This is I always love being on your show. So, appreciate you having me.
See, and I paid him to say that too, and he says it right in the first minute. That's what I'm talking about. What a guess. He wasn't a player in the NIL era, but we are making up for that after the fact here right now. So, no, Connor, we got big news around these parts at Michigan State. After the vacancy of the third assistant job for the last 75 months, holy smokes, before the weekend starts, Thomas Kelley is hired as Michigan State's third assistant. Let's get the instant. Well, okay, I guess that's not instant if it happened 2 days ago now at this point, but let's get the 2 days later reaction of Connor George when you heard this news.
Yeah, so I did actually hear about this, like a little bit prior to the release, and
gotcha.
I was very excited when I did hear that from the coaching staff and everything like that. TK brings a lot of positivity and upside to the team this year, and I everyone loves TK. He's always around. He was actually my GA my freshman and sophomore season before leaving for Western.
Gotcha.
And he spends a lot of time with the kids, the players, and we all love Thomas. So TK's been awesome. He was a former player. He knows the system. He knows Izzo very well. Not only has he played for him, but he's coached with him. He's been alongside with him for 2 years, and he knows the program. He knows the processes, and the system. So he's going to come in and he's going to mesh really well. The players, he stays current. He's always around. So even when he was at Western, he's always around the Brez saying what's up and keeping
gotcha.
that those relationships. So like all the players, like even after my sophomore year, those incoming like Malik's that didn't get a chance to be with Thomas, they all know him very well. And, he's, everyone's very happy to have him. I was able to see him this weekend at the Breslin, and the team and him. Yeah. So it was awesome seeing him, congratulating him, and he's very excited. So it was exciting for me to see him. He's going to mesh, and it's going to be great. I'm excited for him.
So now the whole coaching staff is obviously Tom Izzo. I think everyone knows him. It's Doug Wojcik as well, and then Mark Montgomery. And then, well, of course, the new hire, Thomas Kelley. Is he going to be the loving touch to Tom Izzo's hard ass, so to speak? Like, is he that kind of guy that kind of plays the good cop, or what's that dynamic like there that you can get a read on, you think?
Yeah, I think everyone brings it. He's going to be tough on you when you need it to be tough, but he's going to explain maybe situations like when Izzo or coach is going at someone, he's going to be the perfect guy that, like you said, is going to pull him in and be like, hey, do you understand why coach is doing this? Like, he's very good at explaining this. And he was doing that. He did that when he was a GA as well. He would pull players aside. He's like, hey, you know why he's doing this? Like, do you know where we're trying to get? Like, he's trying to get you personally to reach your goals, and as a team to reach, our goals. So he's very good at that. So yeah, you could say good cop, but
Sure.
he also has that, he's been at Western for a couple of years now too, and he's had that assistant coaching job experience now, a little bit more than that GA. So he's going to come in with a little bit more experience. And I'm not sure if his style has changed or not while being at Western Michigan, but he seems the same to me. Seems very excited, bubbly personality, very funny, and just he's great to. Like, I would love to play for Thomas Kelley, like he's a guy that you want to play for and be around. He relates to everybody. So yeah. I guess for sure.
Now, Jazz, for 3 reasons that you were able to hop on the podcast tonight. One is just, hey, you're just fun to talk to. It's always great having you on. Number 2, you know Thomas Kelley, so it's nice to get some insight on who he is. Now, number 3 is, I've just got a really dumb question for you, but I think it could lend a lot of knowledge to fans like myself. Is I really didn't have a hot opinion on Thomas Kelley getting hired. I know that some fans were like, yeah, awesome, this is great. And some were like, oh, that's a little underwhelming. I think I really didn't form a big opinion, though, because what do assistant coaches really do? How about that for a question right there? Can I sound any more dumb and out of the loop? But really, on a day-to-day basis, what would a third assistant like Thomas Kelley do during practices or games? You could use as much time as you want to answer this question, or you could just say he coaches, leave it at that. But yeah, what do assistant coaches do in a program like MSU?
So, okay, that's assistant coaches have a big priority.
Big question.
It is huge. So, I'm trying to think. Losing DJ is, I think, is tough, right? Initially, when that happens, we're happy for DJ because he has an awesome opportunity, and we want to see him reach his goals. And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to become a head coach, and that's going to start him up. And obviously, if he's very successful at Western, other opportunities may arise as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Dwayne. He's an awesome guy, and I love DJ. So that was tough to see him go, but entering, seeing TK fill that role, I think is perfect. And he's gonna have a big shoes to fill. And I think he's going to do it very well. I mean, assistants are huge, and they play a huge part in the huddles, in the practices. And, they kind of, at MSU, we kind of separate it into, assistant coaches are control of, one of them is with the bigs, one of them's with the guards, one of them's doing the whole scout, and focusing on that. And while the other one's focusing on the next scout, the next opponent that we're going to see in 2 games. So,
gotcha.
The assistants are the key part in each scout. And the defensive schemes is all on the assistant coach that is designed or designated for that scout. So they provide the schemes. Coach Izzo is focused on the present game at hand and the overall view of offense, defense. He overlooks everything, right? He's kind of he delegates and he sees, and he's very good at that, as well as the assistants are there for the relationship side and that aspect, and you form really good relationships with your coaches, and the assistant coaches are huge advocate / mentor, and those are who you're going to be watching film with. Coach Izzo's a busy guy. He's got a lot of meetings to go to. He's got a lot of fundraisers to be at. He's got a lot of babies to kiss, So when if he's doing that, the assistants are focused really on film, the breakdowns. You're going into those assistants, and when coach wants you to be in a film session, he will find the time. He will call you in for a film session, and his doors are always open. I'm not saying that they're not, because they are, but those assistants are really breaking everything down for you and going over those scouting reports with you. So it's kind of like the pre-test. That's the whole job of the assistant coach. And they have a lot of responsibilities. So maybe in the games when you see them and you obviously see Coach Izzo and then you see the assistants on the side, but it's a huge position to fill. They have a lot of challenges and obstacles that they face throughout a year, and it's taxing for sure. And TK is going to do a hell of a job.
See, that's awesome right there. I just learned a lot in that last 3 minutes there, because obviously there's that recruiting aspect, of course, and they're going to have the relationships and everything, but that's nice getting into the foxhole right there and knowing what assistants do. I didn't know that it was a 2-game ahead kind of scout thing. That's way above my attention span right there. I would be a horrible assistant coach for a basketball team. But that's why I'm just an idiot with a microphone and a YouTube channel. That's the lane I like to stay in.
There you go. There's a little inside scoop for you there.
Bang. Look at that. Next segment, we're going to keep it to basketball. We're going to have a little more fun. We got a great email from a listener that actually listed 25 questions, which hoops player from the Izzo era would be most likely to blank So it's June. Let's have some fun here, Connor. We'll do that in a hot segment. Yeah, but first, I'm sad to say I gotta say goodbye to you for a minute because I gotta talk to the fine people about BetOnline.net. It's a lovely time of year for sports. I get to lose all sorts of money betting on NBA basketball. Put some coin on Game 1, the Warriors. That didn't work out so well, but hey, that's okay. I still had a fun time doing it because BetOnline.net makes it fun. They have all sorts of props, odds, futures bets, and things that aren't even really related to sports. If there's an award show going on, you know that BetOnline has got you covered. But until then, hey, find all the latest sports developments, news, and odds, including this year's basketball championship matchups, the NHL Hockey Conference Finals. Major League Baseball is in full swing unless you're the Tigers and you just score 1 run per game. In that case, you're not really swinging. Whatever, anyway. And all the latest fights from MMA to UFC to boxing, BetOnline has you covered because, well, like I said, they're your number one source for all your sports betting stats and information, including live betting, esports, and more. So head to the website today, use your mobile device, learn more about the trends in action. That's at BetOnline where the game starts. And before welcoming back the wonderful Connor George, that's right, 3-time Big Ten champion, and more importantly, 3-time Locked On Spartans podcast guest. Hey, we have an important favor to ask you. We put together a survey so we can learn more about listeners like you and make your favorite Locked On podcast even better. The opportunity is all yours. Just head to lockedonpodcast.com/survey right now to get started. And you could qualify to win one of 10 $100 Ticketmaster gift cards. To take our audience survey, go to lockedonpodcast.com/survey. Hey, thank you very much for your help. And also, thank you all for making Locked On Spartans your first listen. And thanks again, Connor, for joining us to get the week started here with some Spartan Sports banter here. Yeah. Let's get to it.
Real quick, I think the Tigers had 4 runs, by the way. They lost, though.
For the whole week? Or
no. Today's game.
Yankees, they lost an extra. Wow! Don't let us get hot. Let's go. All right, boys are cooking. Let's go. The Motor City Kitties are purring, baby. Let's go. All right. Well, God, it's a shame they used all their runs for one game. Whatever. Connor, we got a great email from Gotham Spartan is who he goes by, and he gave a bunch of superlatives is what we'll call it, like MSU hoops player from the Izzo era, most likely to blank. And you were with the program for quite some time, so I think you were teammates at one point for half of Izzo's players of all time. Like, I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah. So what better person to ask all these questions? Well, we're not going to get through all 25, but some of these questions then, well, to you. I got some answers in the top of my head, but again, I'm just a fan from afar, not someone that was in a locker room with a lot of these guys. So let's kick it off. Teammate or Izzo player to become MSU head basketball coach next. If you could pick anyone that you played with or even before, or if anyone has really struck you after your playing days, I suppose we could throw that name out there as well. But next MSU head basketball coach from the Izzo era.
Is that not okay? So if I was to go anywhere, it would probably be with like a Dwayne Stevens, right?
Played under Izzo though, like an Izzo player. So like,
did Dwayne not play for Iz?
I think he was early. Was he early?
I think he was early. He might have been the assistant. He was on the bench. Okay, Thomas Kelley then.
Oh, sure. Okay. It's right in front of us the whole time. That's true.
I'm going to go with Matt McQuaid or Tum Tum Lou Ross. So obviously Tum Tum's doing his thing right now at Sunrise. He's a great leader. And you know, he's obviously working his way up. So I can see that. I'm thinking of the assistant coaches right now.
Sure. Which is the correct way to go probably.
If I'm being real, but yeah, no, like Matt McQuaid has been a very he's a very good leader and coach and knows the game very well, to where, you know, he has the respect of a lot of players, even as a GA right now. So I could see that happening as well. And I know him very well. So sure. I think he's going to be a great coach one day if that's what he chooses to end up doing. And Tom Tom is already doing it. So right. I could see that happening. And I know MSU, you know, Spartan Nation loves Tom Tom as well. So, you know, I think he'd be a good fit as well.
How many years did you interlap with Tom Tom? You guys were on the same team for a year.
He was a sophomore when I was a freshman. So I was with him for 3 years.
Gotcha. Okay. So I was talking to a former manager. This was like just in a group chat, and he said, I forgot what player said it, but the player said that he was more disappointed in himself when they lost because he let Tum Tum down even more so than like Coach Izzo or something like that. Like that's how much he respected Tum Tum was the thesis of what he was trying to say, is that he's such a respectable guy. You'd never want to let him down. Like, is that the kind of guy just Tum is? Like, you just don't want to let this guy down.
Everyone, I mean, that's what he preaches though. Like he preached all year, like when he was a sophomore and he was a captain. You know, he's always saying we're trying to, like, the focus and goal is to send our seniors out right. So, you know, give them the best experience. And he preached that every single day as a sophomore. So, you know, obviously when his senior year hits, you know, we're like, hey, we know what Tum Tum's been saying for the last 4 years. Like, he's trying to send his seniors out right. Like, we got to do the same for him. So when we did end up, you know, losing and it was his last game, you know, it was sad, but a majority of the locker room was more disappointed and felt bad. And there was like that little vibe in the air that, you know, we felt like we let Tum Tum down, which was an awful feeling, because we're the whole year we're preaching it too, and we're telling him we're playing for him. Like he's not the senior that's like, hey, we're gonna fight for the seniors, because that's him. He's the senior now, so he's like, he's not that type of guy that's like, hey, play for me, like, you know, like. He does that with his actions. His actions make you want to play for him. So we knew that. And that's what we were saying the whole year. We were trying to, you know, but obviously unfortunate endings. But yeah, it was a disappointing feel in the locker room that last game for him.
Well, now I'm sad. Now I'm just sad.
Now turn it up. Next question.
we'll edit all that out. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we'll scrap all that. Next question. We're gonna keep it coaching. Well, now we're getting nuts. Teammate or player under Izzo to most likely become MSU football's next head coach. That's right, MSU football. Any just total meatheads in the locker room back in your playing days, or anyone that would just be a great coach? Because I could be convinced, oh God, a good amount of people. You know, hey, we could do cross-sport players like Matt Trannon, for example. Okay. We could do that. So, like, I think that's a good place to start. Or like, I could very easily see, and maybe this is an obvious name to throw out, but tell me Draymond Green wouldn't at least get you to Duke's Mayo Bowl this year. Like, he can get you 7 wins in a season. At least.
He's got experience. He played in the green and white game.
That's right. Yeah, elite receiver. That's right. Oh, man. Came in and got a false start right off the bat. Yeah, great time.
Right, you know? Yeah, exactly. He did. He jumped. Yeah, that was fun.
Big time.
Marquis Gray.
Oh yeah,
he was a big fella. He's got that, like, he's got that football. Him. Just, you know, for me, who I played with and transferred out actually was Marvin Clark.
Okay.
That he would have been a very good football player. No doubt in my mind. Very fast, big, physical, like 6'6" monster, could jump, and was very strong. I think Gavin Schilling would have been a very good tight end. We always joked with Gavin Schilling about, like, he's playing the wrong sport. Obviously, he was a very good player at MSU, had a great career, and he's still playing overseas. But we were like, Gav, you're fast, you can jump, you're big.
Built like a statue. Yeah, he was chiseled. I remember that. Yeah, he had shoulders for days, man. Yeah, he would have been a great tight end, or like a nice pass rushing defensive end off the edge. Yeah, let's go.
If Kyle Arns is listening to the podcast, he's gonna be mad I didn't put him in, because he thinks he's a QB1.
Okay.
He doesn't have that though.
He's not okay. Well,
no.
He only listens to every other episode. I think he skips all the Wednesday ones, but other than that, loyal listener, never misses an episode unless it's a Monday show. So yeah, we're in the clear there. Marquis Gray I just got to go off on a tangent now, because he was one of my favorite players, because he was good for like 5 hard fouls, 1 basket, but basket was a momentum changing dunk every single time, and like he played basketball like a football player, and I mean that with the utmost respect. Like he
really did. He was fun to watch. I remember I grew up watching him, and obviously, like, you know, I still see him. I see him every now and then now, and it's just like he's a big boy, and he's still, you know, he would have been a heck of a football player.
Yeah, man, shoot. Okay, so I think it's now we got time for him to turn his like coaching career around into football. Unfortunately, he's like pretty successful at basketball so far, but like if he gets bored of it, maybe, I don't know, we could flip him to the gridiron. Who's to say? Who's to
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
Yeah, why not? Okay, how about so we're gonna go even higher than coaching.
Okay.
Teammate or player under Izzo to become MSU athletic director in the future. Is anyone like super cerebral, organized?
Yep.
You got a quick one. Is it you?
Comes
Is it
to
just
mind.
you?
This
Wow.
comes to mind, man. Is it no. Yeah, put me there. No, I'd be a
Yeah,
great
there we go.
director. No, because outside of me, of course.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
I would have picked me for every single answer before this if I.
Yeah.
But
for sake of conversation, though, these are all the second place people.
Exactly.
I get it. Yeah.
Josh Langford.
Oh,
would be
yeah.
awesome.
That's a great one.
Would be a heck of an athletic director as well. He's a very smart and knowledgeable kid, and he's got a bright future as well. He still is around at East Lansing. He's working in the Smith Center and stuff
Gotcha.
and with the basketball team as well. He's always around, but I could see that happening. I think he'd be a great athletic director.
I'm not even going to try to one up that because I think that's the answer key right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Ishbia though, I don't know, just have a billionaire just run the things, just not even have him just like act from afar, just have him direct. I'm sure there's 1,000 bylaws against this, but who cares? No one gets punished anyway anymore. It's like just send him in there.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Yeah,
Chris Hill. How about Chris Hill? Chris Hill's a bright guy.
How about Chris Hill? Yeah, there we go.
Chris Hill. He'd be an awesome athletic director. He's smart and knows his stuff, man. He's intelligent.
There we go. I like to see great answers right here. And by we I mean just you, but I'll just like attach my name onto it like a sucker. Just start like a national like coaching firm. Like, it's always like, oh yeah, so they hired a firm to search nationally for a coach. Like, hey, you're throwing out some good names right now. So and they get paid a buttload of money to just come up with obvious names, but these are good names though.
I know. We're trying to come outside the box. People wouldn't think or forget.
Exactly.
These are people that
cooking with gas right now. This is awesome.
Let's go.
I want to do a few more of these next segment, and also I got a question that only impacts my life and probably no one. You know what? I'll let the audience decide if that impacts anyone else's life other than my own. But Connor, I'm so sad. I got to take you off the screen one more time because I got to talk to the fine folks about Built Bar. That's right, Built Bar. Gang, today I was on the golf course. It's great. Shot a 77. I'm sure you were asking yourself, hey, what did Matt shoot today? You weren't, but I'm just going to go ahead and flex that anyway because that score is not going to come close to being hit the rest of the summer. And I have Built Bar to thank for that. I was at the turn. It's nice. It was 11 a.m. and I wanted a hot dog. They did not have any pork missiles available at the turn. I was so sad, but luckily I packed the Built Bar. I packed a Built Puff birthday cake flavor Built Bar, and that set me for my next 9 holes. It was great. They also set me up for workouts during the week. They set me up for yard work, days at the office, days with the in-laws. They set you up for everything that you could possibly want in life. They taste great. They're great on the body. Like this Built Puff, for example, the first ever protein-infused marshmallow is what I'm talking about. 150 calories, just 9 grams of sugar, but a whopping 15 grams of protein. Tell me what that won't get you through. Don't even waste your time. You can't think of anything because Built Bars take care of you and they take care of you financially. When you go to Built.com, smash in promo code LOCKED15. That's going to save you 15% off your order. One more time, gang. It's promo code LOCKED15 at Built.com to get your Built Bars. Connor, how'd I do? Did I sell you on Built Bar there?
Killed it. I'm going to
go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to the store. If I can shoot a 77 because of a Built Bar, I'm doing it.
And that was just the first 9 holes. You should have saw what the other 9 holes were like after that. That was remarkable. But yeah, no, that score does not happen often around these parts. When it happens about like once every like Olympic cycle, once every 4 years. Yeah. So when it happens, oh yeah, I'm going to tell the people about it, even though they could not care less. We're just gonna. Yeah, so, I'm having fun with these. If you are, if not, I could go off in a different tangent. But I got 2 more that I want to get to here, and then right. a selfish question that I want to pick your brain about. Most likely to win a Nobel Peace Prize. Let's just get right to the nitty gritty. We're going above coaching, above athletic director. Let's just go to like best people in the world. Who's most likely to win a Nobel Peace Prize? And I guess why is it Josh Langford?
Oh gosh.
Or Tom Tom. Tom Tom seems like a great candidate. Not to like repeat names, but God, don't they sound like great candidates? I mean,
yeah, they do. Okay, I'm gonna try to use people that I haven't used. Like those would be the obvious choice for me too. If I'm trying to give like an answer that like I think no one would think of. I don't know. Let's go.
I know.
I mean, like Colby Wallman.
Okay, that plays.
I mean, he's the kid is really smart. He's on it. He's already got his doctors. He's already,
Smart guy.
Like he's got everything. He's done what he went to Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah,
right
he's got like the Wikipedia page for it already. He's got the Wikipedia page
he's
bio
already. It took him like 8 years. Like, it's just incredible what he's done.
Man.
And I know he's gonna do some crazy things in the future. I mean, he's literally a guy that could, I'm just saying he's a very intelligent guy as well. But I don't know. That's tough.
It is tough. Because now you're just saying, like, who's the best person in the program, and now, like, you don't want to upset people. I mean, you don't want to leave Kyle Lawrence at the side of the road again.
Yeah. Come on. That's me.
Right in front of us the whole time. I mean, it's that easy. I'll shout out now. See, I'm gonna do some calculus here because I'm gonna shout out my guy Travis Trice. Nice guy, because I'm okay. Like, I got to cover the team for 1 year back at State, 2014, and I'm thinking of, like, the guys who were nice, and honestly, like, they're all pretty nice. I can't argue that. But Travis Trice, also well traveled, cultured man, has traveled the world, knows different. So maybe that gets him a head start too. But man, when you put it up against a doctorate, that's where we're getting tough now. Yeah, that's
who was the one who asked these ones? Who asked these questions? Was it one person that asked a list of 20, or is this everyone?
25, Connor. Gotham Spartan came in clutch with 25 of these things right now.
These are tough ones, Gotham.
These are, you can tell that there was care and effort put behind these. So, shout out to Gotham Spartan for really producing today's episode of Locked On Spartan. So, shout out to him. Thank you, Izzo, for hiring Thomas Kelley. Takes care of segment 1. Segment 2 right here. We'll do one more before I get to my selfish question here. Okay, most player under Izzo or teammate to win a flexing contest, aka best guns. Who was just the most jacked player? I guess is what that comes down to. I mean,
okay, got it. Brandon Dawson. That was right.
Yeah. That's probably a good one. Yeah,
I mean, that guy, he was a monster, right? I mean, we already said Gavin and Marvin earlier, kind of along the same lines with football.
Right.
But Brandon was also kind of like a freaky athlete type guy.
He was. I'm just trying to pick my brain to, like, the mid-2000s. Like, Kelvin Torbert, like, I think he was jacked.
He was.
Marquise Gray, like, that's another guy I would not want to accidentally, like, get an elbow by. Like, that would be tough. Oh man, like I would really have a hard time leaving Zach Randolph off, because on the chance, 0.00001% chance that he listens to the show, I'd hate to leave him off and upset him. Because A, it seems like a great guy, and 2, I'd also hate to upset him because he seems
we don't want to we don't want anyone off the list that is a contender. Just shout
I should name 80 people, right? I'm just gonna read just the MSU basketball Wikipedia and just read everyone's name off, except Kyle Lawrence. We'll leave his name off just to further
keep him off. He doesn't.
Way off. That's right. I just realized that's his practice jersey over there.
Oh, there we go.
Ironically enough, I was like, I usually, because I'll change the jersey over me every once in a while, and I've had Kyle's up there for a little bit, but no, I just threw it over this reclining chair because this is how fancy we decorate our studios here at the Locked On Spartans podcast. So I think that's a really strong, like,
it's a good list.
It's strong. Even like Miles Bridges too. Like he was kind of jacked,
It came to mind.
Yeah, that's strong too. But man, I know we're leaving 100 guys off.
I mean, even Tom. Tom was good. Even Tom.
I would get washed in an arm wrestling contest by him. No, I mean, that's every player on MSU hoops. Who am I kidding? I mean, it would be, no contest whatsoever. Connor, everyone can stop listening right now because I doubt anyone cares about this. But Monday's a big day for me because I am going back into the world of competitive basketball. I'm playing in a men's rec league. Connor, I'm not good at basketball. I'm not good at all. What do I do? Do I just hide in the corner, or like what is? Because I have to play. There's only 7 of us, and I don't think anyone's in premium cardio shape right now. So all 7 of us have to play. When I'm on the court, like, what's my out? Like, how do I handle this? Do I just, or do I like act like I pulled a hamstring 2 minutes into the game. Like, sorry guys, I really wish I could help.
I was just about to say, foul someone 5 times, and then you won't have to worry about it. Okay.
Easy in, easy out. Before I even break a sweat, just I'm hacking guys out there. Hey, I'm here for 5 hard fouls and 90 seconds of cardio. That's it. See ya.
Set your screens and get your rebounds and outlet and run the floor.
Okay, so run the floor. Okay.
So if you're not gonna hit any shots, which I doubt that's gonna happen. I'm sure you're gonna make a ton of shots. Get some rebounds.
Thank you for lying. No, I can tell you one thing. So here's the thing, though. It's like I think there's 25-ish teams in this league, and there's 3 divisions, and they seed you on your divisions after the first 2 games. I think these are the 2 games where I shoot and just sandbag. So we get to the 3rd division, and then when we get there, then I stop shooting, and then we just run teams off the gym because I just don't play anymore. And
you're a hustler. You're a hustler.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to shoot 40 times tonight. I'm going to shoot 3 of 40 from behind the arc. No, that's probably 2 of 40. Okay. So rebounds, fouls, and run the floor. Okay.
That's it. That's all you got to do, man.
Grimy. Okay. I like that.
Do you have anyone on your team that can shoot it?
Oh yeah, all the other 6 guys. Yeah, I'm like, it is a total one of these things is not like the other situation going on. Like it is. I'm lost here. It's gonna be hilarious. So yeah, it's gonna be great entertainment. I might just walk to the bar at halftime and just come back with a few Coors Lights and be like, "All right, you guys are doing great. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing.
You might play better. You might play better.
That's loosen up a little bit. Yeah, that's right.
Loosen up, man. Stop thinking
I'm just
about
too
it.
wound up.
Shoot. Yeah.
I'm already too wound up. But here I am. I went to the Church of Connor George Basketball Academy right there for a quick 2 minutes. Hey, so look at Jack of all trades. You come on, you give us the inside scoop on Thomas Kelley. You tell us what assistant coaches do. You give us some great names for those awesome hypotheticals that were emailed to us at lockedonspartans@gmail.com. And now I'm not going to totally let my team down. I'm just going to kind of let my team down tonight in basketball. So, look at that. What don't? This is why you're getting the Nobel Peace Prize, Connor. Look at that.
Here we go.
Yes.
I'm in the running now.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, can't thank you enough for hopping on for the 3rd time. One of these days you're going to say no, and it's going to be very understandable because, wow, 3 times is a lot. But until then, love having you on, man. This is great time.
I appreciate it. Yeah, keep asking. I'm always willing to give you my peace of mind and honest and open about anything that you want to know. So I love being on the show. Thanks.
Bang. Look at that, man. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks a ton. And thank you all for making Locked On Spartans your first listen every single day. Go make Locked On Big Ten your second listen. That's right. They keep you updated on the ins and outs inside the Big Ten Conference. And hey, just like this one, it's free and available wherever you find folks get your podcast. Love you all. Go green.
Go white.